Hi, and welcome to The Secret Life of Parkinson's. My name is Jessica Krauser, and I'm here with Brian Baker.
Hello.
And guess who we have on our podcast?
A very special
guest, my little son, Ben Krauser.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for coming on, Ben.
Yep.
So Ben is my 12-year-old son. He is one of two kids I have. He has a twin sister. Fortunately, she's on vacation, so she's not here, and she'll probably be mad.
Let's go.
Stop. So Ben, you're going into what grade?
7th.
Yeah, 7th grade. He plays tons of sports.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody always asks, like, why am I so tan? It's because I sit out at baseball all the time.
Yeah, and football and basketball.
In football and basketball, you're doing lots of camps, and you like to edit videos for TikTok.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I did because he's seen his work. It's pretty impressive.
He edited one of Roz's special guest posts or whatever that we did.
We can put him to work here.
Yeah, I know, I should. So some of you might be questioning why I have my son on here.
Did
And
they bring your son to work day?
I don't actually, maybe it could be one of those. Bring your kid to work. It's kind of like my job, right? But hopefully people aren't really questioning my parenting style of why I'm having a 12-year-old on. But I'd ask you to hold those comments back because I think it's really important to talk to our kids of any age what's going on in our families, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, conversations need to be age appropriate. So, you know, what I talk to Dad about, I don't talk to you about. But I tell you things, I just tell you at a different level. That's all, right? Mm-hmm. And I know people struggle with talking about Parkinson's disease with their kids or with their grandkids. And it's definitely a personal decision by everybody, but it's one that I'm really happy I made that I talked to my kids about it. So when I was diagnosed, you and Kate were 9 years old, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you remember how the conversation we had and how you learned that I had Parkinson's?
Yeah, you came back to us after you had a checkup at the doctor's, and she said that you might have Parkinson's disease, and then you went again, and you did, and you told us how it won't really affect us that much, but it might affect you, like with your moving and eye-hand coordination and stuff like that. And that everything would kind of be different, and then me and Kate were really scared, but the one main thing that you told us is that it's not a death or killing disease. Yeah, you can't die from it basically. So that got us really relieved. So
were you scared after that at all, or were you?
No, because we knew that you weren't going to die from it, and we knew that you could just do the workouts and take medications and stuff, and that would help, and you'd be okay.
Do you worry about it at all? Do you think about it at all or no?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, because sometimes like when I was 7 or 8, and you would always want to pass football with me or something.
I suck at passing football.
Yeah, now you're probably better than you are now, and it's because like I said about the eye-hand coordination, you're just.
But I'm better now. Why? Because of the medication, you think, or?
Because I taught you.
Oh. That too. But yeah, that you're right. I do remember trying to throw, and it was before I had any medication. I couldn't. I mean, I'm not very good.
I had something similar like that. My son plays lacrosse, and all of a sudden, when he was little, I would throw the lacrosse ball with him, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't throw a lacrosse stick.
Yeah.
And I was never any good at it, but I
could at least try.
Yeah, I could not get it to go where
So how do you feel now about me having it?
I feel a lot better knowing I remember at the start you would always be kind of your hand would be shaking or something, and I didn't really understand it too much at that time, so I would think that you're nervous or something or stressed.
They used to hold my hand all the time when I was at church because I would read in front of the church, and they'd hold my hand. They're like, "It's okay, Mom. You don't have to be scared." I'm like, "I'm not scared."
And you wouldn't be able to kind of stop yourself. And now, now you're not you're not really shaking as where 3 years ago you would have been shaking a lot more.
So, have you had any friends notice that your mom has shaken? Have they asked you what's wrong with your mom or anything like that?
Yes, they have asked, is your mom stressed about something?
Really?
Yeah, my friend Reed one time asked is anything going on with your mom? Because she saw you were making us sandwiches actually one time, and he asked, what's going on with your mom? Because when you were cutting the sandwiches, your hand was shaking. And, but so they all know about it, either from their parents or from me. And then about a year ago in October, when we did the 5K for JK, they were all there. Like, I can probably name, like, at least 10 of my friends in the neighborhood, maybe 20.
Pill time. Sorry.
Maybe 20 that were there, so that was good now.
So do you joke with your mom and call her shaky or anything like that?
No,
Parky.
Because I feel like if I had it, I wouldn't want people to make fun of me about it.
We joke. Derek and I joke about it all the time. Because
Yeah.
he's like, come on, Jess, wave. And I like try and wave. And like Caitlin makes me try and
All
do
my
it, too.
friends tell me I should get a can of paint and shake it up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're like, hey, we need this can of paint. Can you give it to Baker?
Well, now you can think of some stuff. And I'll
Yeah.
just take it lightly.
Uh-huh.
So do you think that I think sometimes parents feel like, my kid's going to look at me differently, but do you think of me any differently than you did when you were 9 or 7 or 4?
I mean, like, now I probably sometimes focus on you more than I used to.
Aw,
Like,
in a
I
good
would
way.
always think, like, when I was 7, I would always think, okay, nothing's going to happen to them. They're fine. You know, like, if I would leave to, like, one of my friends' houses. And, like, now it's, like, whenever I'm, like, at home or leaving to my friends' houses, I'm always wondering, what if it gets worse or something like that.
Really?
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that the biggest thing, the reason why I wanted to tell you guys and talk about it is, one, because I do exercise a lot and I didn't exercise before, right?
Yeah.
And I take a ton of medicine. And, for you guys not to be scared of it, because I'm doing everything I can and Brian's doing everything he can too, so that we can help it. And there's things that you're doing to help us too, right? With the 5K?
Yeah.
And can you tell us about that?
Um,
Like, what does a 5K do? What are we doing for? Why are we doing it?
we are raising awareness to Parkinson's and raising money to help find a cure for it, or just like surgery to kind of like help it more. And then one way that I am helping it is I'm like pushing it out to like more of my friends and like having them tell people.
He has a lot of TikTok followers, so
Yeah.
we're
then
gonna
I'm
gonna use that
So, and then since one's coming up
in October.
Again, I'm gonna push it out to my followers to maybe, because I know a lot of them live in Ohio, considering I'm like more like a Bengals account. So, lots of them live in like Ohio, and they will. I mean, hopefully they can like help raise awareness, or like maybe somebody in their family has it.
Yeah.
And be able to come. And then our school just got this like they call it Warrior News, and it's like all the new things with our school and like school sports and stuff. So we're also gonna have that on Warrior News when I'm in 7th grade next year, so that people at our school, because we're using the track right there, so that people at our school can maybe also come.
Nice. Do you ever wish you can talk to another kid that has a parent with Parkinson's, or have you ever?
I haven't talked to another kid with their parent that has Parkinson's. Well, like, not really about it.
Yeah. Do you wish that you knew somebody to talk to, or?
Yeah, because, like, then it could be, like, because Parkinson's can go with all different things. Like, with you, it makes it shake. With other people, it could make them, like, maybe it can, like, make, like, their arm feel sore, you know? Or, like, something like that. As where it makes you shake. Like,
My leg hurts sometimes.
yeah, or your leg hurts sometimes. It can make other people, like, it can make them, like, just, like, all of a sudden, like, kind of, like, lose, like,
Their balance.
yeah, lose their balance or something like that.
Yeah, probably would be nice to talk to somebody about. But you're not really worried too much about the future now, are you?
No.
Because I've shown you my muscles, how strong I am.
Yeah.
Because now I can kick your butt, and I love to try and beat his friends in different workouts. It's so fun.
Yeah, just wait until I hit my growth spurt.
Yeah, you just wait, Jess.
Awesome. Well, thanks, buddy. I'm glad you
Yeah.
were able to come on. Anything else you want to say or share?
Well, raising money for stuff is hard to do, and you guys like were like wondering, like you got what was your guys' goal, like 10,000, maybe even 1,000.
I think it was like maybe 25 or 50,000 to begin with.
Yeah, and you guys like at the start, like it didn't get off to like really quick start. So you guys were wondering, are we even gonna make it to 5,000? And then all of a sudden it started shooting up, and a bunch of companies and just everybody else, like maybe like the CEO of a company actually had Parkinson's. And I remember looking at it, and he donated about like $1,000, $2,000 towards it, just from their company. And we ended up raising $90,000. And this year, now that one, more people know about it, two, we'll have better ways to like put it out there, especially with this podcast and YouTube and TikTok, all those new social media platforms. So this year we have a chance of like getting like maybe 130,000.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be so cool.
And then
I have a marketing assistant.
Yes, and where he gets it from.
Yeah, and then when we go to New York again for the Michael J. Fox Foundation, you can be on the board of like highest.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would, because that's right. There was a board of like the top 10 people who raised the most money. We're gonna make that board this year.
Yeah, I hope. And then this year too, when we're on the news, I hope I can be in it sometime.
Well, next time you were playing football last time.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
So next time you might have to stand a little bit closer to me during the walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in our last 30 seconds, I'll leave you with this. Talking to family, especially kids, is a very personal decision. I waited about 4 or 5 months before I talked to my own kids, but they saw my symptoms for 2 years before that. So just like it was a relief for me to have an answer, I think it was a relief for them as well. Kids will mimic your reaction, so wait until you are more comfortable and confident with the disease itself. Like I tell my twins, you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it. Thanks for tuning in.